dokie, okie dokie. Okie dokie, okie dokie. All right. Game is starting right now. Um, we are going to do something different this evening. We're gonna do another type of Dark Souls game, but it's not Dark Souls game. It's a Souls-like. Lots of the Fallen Souls games. Pretty good. Highly recommended it. All right. We're gonna do. We're gonna try to approach the system. The system is like a. It's called parry, but it's more like a deflection. It's not like you don't get that satisfaction that you have when you parry in Elden Ring or in Dark Souls. You know that boom, and then you can do a critical. You need to perform a succession of deflection, if you want, of parries, as they are called here, in order to break the enemy, to cause the enemy to lose poise, and eventually you can perform a critical. It's a bit different. What I like about this game is that he brings a new element to the Souls games that there is no other game that actually does it. That parallel world that we have to transition, which is the world of the dead, if you want. So we're gonna start a new game, and we're gonna just chill play. It's an easy game. It's nothing very difficult. All right, I'm gonna let the story to unfold. If you hear a noise behind, it's because my wife is washing. All right. It has a very interesting story. Also, it's kind of not very easy to get sometimes. The Dark Crusader, Light Reaper.
Boris, forgive me. It's to you this weapon of deliverance to a worthier servant than I.
There we go. He just threw it away. Give me that lamp.
You never possessed the metal for this, Crusader. You failed.
Ouch. That's good for the appetite, I guess. All right, so now we can get to choose. As you can see, I have already all the classes unlocked. This is the class you unlock when you do the Umbral ending. That's how you look, as you can see. Pretty cool. You have the sword, and you have your Umbral, if you want, spells. This is the Inferno. If you want, it's more like a Fate build. With fire, pyromancy. It looks like... Oh boy. And this is the Radiant Purifier. It's probably the most elegant. Hello, Tomark, how are you doing? This is probably the most elegant from all the classes, it looks like. This looks well when you play as a woman. It doesn't look... That particular coat doesn't look very well on the big male guy. And it has like breasts like a woman or something. I think it looks better for a woman. So where is the LS? Alright, now it's a woman. As you can see, now it looks a little bit better. It's probably the most, it's not probably, it is the most elegant class. And one of the best actually to start the game because it has a radiance of 18 and also already a strength of 12 and agility 10. So it's a pretty decent stats from the beginning, and you can do a very nice strength radiance build, which you can get. It's very helpful because you can get the best radiant strength weapon in the game right at the beginning. You can just go buy that 18,000. There is a key that you have to purchase from a merchant. It's cost 18,000 vigor. You can farm for that. And you can just open the door and just do a park to run. It's not far away into, and you're gonna just pick it up from the ground, and it's called Bloody Glory. So that weapon, it is the best radiant strength weapon in the game. It's gonna take you all the way to the end of the game. And you can have, well, it requires 32 radiance, so still have to put a lot of points into radiant in order to be able to use it. And the weapon follows the same principle, I think, as the one in any in any Souls games. If a weapon requires 2 or more stats, the second, third, the fourth, whatever, how many they are after the first, has to be fulfilled 100%. The first one, it can be only 2/3. So you can dual yield the weapon, dual hand the weapon, and dual yield the weapon, and you can actually use it even if you don't have full first stat required. What else? You have Condemned. So this is like the wretch from Elden Ring. He looks awful. Look at him. Poor guy. It's like he has a broken bucket as a weapon. It looks like he didn't eat for like 2 weeks. He's just coming out from the prison. He looks awful. I didn't like it. I never use it. And contrary with the Elden Ring, I always use it. I always use range. That's my starting class all the time. Putrid Cultist. This is the standard Pyromancer start. This comes with the game. As you can see, it looks pretty nice. He has a staff as a weapon, and he has his Pyromancer, he's a fire. I missed one. All that. This is the Preacher. Probably, in my opinion, one of the best starting class if you want to use Radiance. As you can see, he has 18 Radiance, the same as a Radiant Purifier, but he has less strength, agility, endurance than Radiant Purifier. He comes with a weapon, which is a very good starting weapon. This hammer is going to take you far away into the game till you're going to replace it with something better. And yeah, it is a very good starting class. Exiled Stalker. This is, if you want, this is a dexterity, a 16 agility. Agility in this game, it's not represented by very high hitters. Instead, you can benefit from, if you parry a lot, you can use fist weapons. They will allow just parry opening. Even the physical damage is not there. They make up with speed. But there is not much stagger you get from those weapons. So yeah, you better be good at dodging because you're gonna need it. Black Feather Ranger has a small axe. This is more like close to a quality build. It's strength agility 11 13. It is, if you want to build a strength agility build, this is your starting class. I just don't like it how it looks. That people say, oh, it's a Bloodborne kind of. It's far away from the Bloodborne. Give me a break. I mean, I haven't played much Bloodborne, just a little bit, but that hat, because it has like that shape with the tip on the front, that doesn't mean it's Bloodborne. But people quickly start to hanging out with my father and smoking a joint, later heading out with my buddy. Oh, sister, nice. Gonna have a drink. Hope you're gonna enjoy it, man. It's Saturday, so you have to be out. I work I had to change all the spots in my house, and I worked like a crazy for 6 hours. My back is killing me. My hands are hurting. So I'm gonna just sit this tonight on the house and just chill with a good old-fashioned Souls games. All right. This is a spear with a shield. This is another quality build. Um, it has a better stats in strength and agility, one point more than the Black Feather Ranger. A bit more endurance. But it has a spear and a shield if you are fun. The Partisan one, I don't even know what it is. It's another strength agility build. Plenty of strength agility, but I think it's lacking the imagination. Why you make so many? This one comes with a crossbow. Why you make so many builds that they have almost the same stats? I just don't understand. Both. This is another strength build. Um, Together with Holloway Knight. This is a strength and endurance. This is like the most preferred one by most of the players when they start a game. The Dark Crusader class, it's not part of the base game. You have to buy the deluxe one, or you have to unlock this class by playing one time. You have to do a full playthrough and do a quest line, the Paladin Isaac quest line, in order to unlock this class, which is the Dark Crusader, this one. This is, as you can see, has endurance vitality at 14. So this is I will say it's more balanced one. It's not the strongest one that you can start the class. It looks probably the best in all the knights. So that's something that you may want to consider. Me, I'm gonna go. Let's see. What do I need? I need something that has a shield or something, like the Preacher. Preacher come with a shield that parries. I have a hammer, and I have a long range. I think it's a decent start to start this, and I'm gonna go for Strength to Radiance for this, and I'm gonna just enjoy it. Alright, next. The next is so this is a male. Alright. I'm gonna go back, switch it to the female. And it says it's telling me that this is a female. No fucking way. That's ridiculous. Well, you have to change the head. You have to change the facial hair. There's no woman with the facial hair. Oh, that's not facial hair. It's kind of weird. As you can see, it doesn't look very women. I don't understand. Now it's supposed to be a female. I'm gonna go like that. You're gonna go to the head. That's not what I did. Well, I'm trying to switch. You see the shape. I am moving my sticker, but doesn't do anything. I have to go there. I like this one. There is a fine tune. I'm gonna go to the hair. Those. Where are the women heads? I don't understand. I am on the women, and it just show me the like male faces. That's closer to Michael Jackson. What woman has no hair in the center of the head? Okay, this is like universal hair. It's not like for women and for men. They have like they don't have a very large database of. I'm gonna go with that one. I swear God, those are no women's. The game doesn't function properly. I think it's weird. Now I'm young age. Nose, ears, mouth, you can change it the way how you want, but I don't like the way how it's presented. Is if I go body, I'm gonna go a little bit. You can see I do have the breast. I do have all the body for a woman, but except the face, it's very hard to make a woman face. If I go to the skin color, I can choose something more yellowish a little bit. Let's see. It's too yellow. Too darkish. I think this one. A very different type of body shapes of everything we've seen in all the games. This like looks like the game take place in I don't know, about like 50,000 years ago when the primitive humans just evolved and they are living still in the cages, close to that kind of animation. Alright. However, I'm gonna just go because I will be wearing armors and stuff and we will not see much. We're gonna change the name. We're gonna put a name here. Whatever name. It's Floyd. I'm gonna put a name of a flower like lily because there is a holiday called that's coming, which is related to that. Now let's see what else. I just play it. That's it. We don't have to do anything. Hold on. Do I have a chip? Can I go back? I don't think I can go back, but that's okay. All right. We're gonna use pre-upgraded loot, so we don't have to worry about. And I'm thinking, I can choose randomized enemy. The only issue with randomized enemy will be that at the beginning of the game you can encounter very tough enemies, and it's gonna be very hard to beat them. You can play Iron Man, which is very difficult. This one. It is dying in humble. Reset your current playthrough and you will awaken at the start once again. The world progression is reset, but player progression and inventory is retained. Certain scripted moments are excluded from this. So if you die, you're gonna start the game all over again. Some items you keep, some items you lose. The bosses respawns, enemy resets, so you have to start all over again. Randomized loot, it's good. If you do that, everything you know about the game is gonna change except the key item. Key item do not randomize. They're gonna stay on their place. But everything else, if you know that the weapon located in one spot, it's not there. The enemy respawn. Increase enemy density. My evening goes well. I'm just tired, man. I got beaten working with above the ceiling, below the ceiling, trying to change the spotlights. They are very hard to change. Um, the house, it's the spots I had a old system. I bought brand new spotlights, and you have to be very careful with the wiring and stuff, electrical stuff. Luckily, I do have some knowledge about, but it took me 6 hours to change them all, and my back is killing me now. I feel like I got beaten. My hands, the tip of my fingers hurts. I just twisting heavy wires. I hurt my hands. It's kind of weird feeling. Sometimes for somebody that is not used with it's not used with hard labor, because my work it's yeah my work is it's a computer work. So for 20 something years I just play on work on the computer. I have not done hard labor, and sometimes when I have to do it I get beaten. Alright, so I'm gonna play only with this, and I'm gonna just starting this up. So we're gonna try to use deflection or parry as much as you can. Alright, so I have the shield in that hand. So basic, you have to. There is no special button. There is no special animation for parry in this game. All you have to do is just block at the right moment. Oh, I feel you, man. I'm so sorry. I feel. Well, soon I have to do some painting too. So there is an item over here. Why not pick it up? Money in the bank. No, there is nothing there. You can see how when every time you hit an enemy, there is a number below the health bar. That's the damage you made, but the number can have three colors. If it's red, means you are um, good for the level you are, maybe a bit higher. Your weapon deals good damage for the level that you are in. If it's white, you are on par. Your damage that you do, it's not great high, it's not low, it's just normal. And if it's gray, you are under leveled. Your weapon doesn't deal enough damage, so you have to. Usually when you fight bosses, it's gonna be mostly gray. You are not going to do much damage to bosses, no matter what weapon you have. That's how the game is made. And the bosses are always too strong in terms of health and. Hey, I run out of stamina. I cannot hit. That's okay if you get a bit of damage here. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to even die in the tutorial area. Sometimes it's very normal because you learn. Yeah, well, we got a very cold weather for and kind of rainy a little bit. We got even snow last week a little bit. The weather was not great, but hopefully it's gonna change. Yeah, I will say that actually for where I'm living, the weather this year was normal. because usually here where I live, well, in Canada, you know that usually the winters extend a little bit. Well, I didn't know there are three of them. All right. I lost my widow damage. I think I have to go this way. Holy shit. So you do have to get down first, and then you do this. Oh yeah, you are close. I think you told me that. Are you around Etobicoke somewhere? I'm not so sure. I may mistaken. Yeah, I am on the east side of GTA. Ooh, I'm tired. All right. Oops, wrong direction. Yeah, it's not even an hour and a half if there is no traffic, which pretty much never happened. It's always traffic. All right, so I'm gonna kill this guy. Now here there are two guys. This will give me one more flask, which is great to have, 4 instead of 3 when you start the game. Health in this game is so-so. Stamina is an issue like all the games. Um, but vigor, I think 35 you should get to the end of the game. Hey, I ran out of stamina, so I have to go back. You can see how 3 enemies spawn at once. If you play with enemy density increase, you in the real world you screwed. Yeah. All right. So we are getting to the end of this. This is supposed to be a tutorial area, but I turn it off. You're supposed to have all the explanation and everything, how to play the game. How to how to stop people, how to etc. And there is the second part of the tutorial actually. It's coming after you open the big doors. Those big doors over here. Here you're gonna learn about parasites. Well, the game the game changed. It got received about 40 plus patches. He was pretty damn bad when it was released. He was almost unplayable. He had a large amount of mobs coming all the time, respawning. It was very hard to advance the game, and many streamers made a very bad um, publicity to the game because of that. But the developers got noted about all the people complaints, and they worked hard to make the game playable. And right now, if you don't use any in-game modifiers, just play the game normal, it's actually a very chill and relative easy game for a Souls game. And the graphic doesn't look bad. The idea of the game, I think, is very decent. It has the same old-fashioned way to play the game as you have it on any Dark Souls game, you know. All right, you have a rotation there. Now here you're supposed to have the first encounter with the Light Reaper. Not gonna show up. They remove it. You have two encounters with the Light Reaper before the third one, so they took it out from here because, oops, that was a mistake. Because people they panic, they didn't know what to do, and they didn't understood why there is such a hard boss at the beginning. And then what happened is you die to the boss, they spawn all the way back, and they come over here and they blame the game is faulty because the boss doesn't appear anymore. Because they didn't know that this boss was supposed to fight him twice here and not even the other two places that you will encounter, and you're supposed to die to him. People say, oh, the heck with this game is bullshit, and some people just... So what they decided, they removed the encounter to this boss at the beginning. Now, this is a very important item. Many people miss it. When you take this item over here, you will start Paladin Isaac questline. All right. So this is when you take this one in the world, somewhere up there. There will be 4 new stigmas will appear. You have to find them, and you have to soulflay them all 4 to unlock the gates toward the Paladin Bird and hidden boss. It's a pretty tough boss to defeat. It's just like a guy like you with a sword and an armor, and you just have to beat him. All right, let me see. Now go back over here. This guy is supposed to have a parasite. Here you're supposed to learn about the parasites. Now here you're supposed to learn about Umbral, how to pull the bridges. Yes, it is a Souls-like. Souls games, they are from software games. They have the pattern. So because they have the pattern of Souls games, you cannot name any other game being Souls game. You have to name them different. So they come up with this terminology, Souls-like, because the legal aspect, they cannot use the same. But basic, it is a Souls game if you make abstraction of that. It is the same. It's no difference than Dark Souls. You level up your character. It's the same thing. All right. Now, before getting off the Umbral, we're just gonna go here, and I will. Actually, there is an exit a little bit down there, so. Get some salt. Those are like memory of the past. They are short fragments about the lore of the game. If you are into, you may understand them. You read about. I've never been too much a lore kind of person on any game. I just play the game. Just a little bit into the stories, only as much I need for quest line related, or but other than that, I was not kind of deep to make too much understanding of. There are people who are very into, they are reading books about the game, because they are. If you go online, you can find a whole bunch of crap about the game. People make stories about, etc. Here's supposed to be full with enemies. Broken sword. I got another Hollow Condemnation, I think. Another sword. Alright. Not very good swords anyway. So what I want to do is I want to hit that guy. There you go. And now I'm going to go. Very nice. Alright, we beat them all. Let's pick up this. Now here we have this. Here is supposed to be hidden enemies and stuff. They took them out. Since people complain about the density of the enemies, they literally clean up. Like I'm not joking when I say that the enemy left in the world right now, they are about 35% that you used to be. You can put mostly back. What they did, they nerfed the mobs number multiple times. All right, and not in the same way everywhere. All right, it was like, hold on a bit. What's this? This is a revenge. So what they decided to do is they nerfed significant, and they give you the option to put most of them back. Not all of them that they used to be. There used to be a lot more, but most of them you can put them back. I don't know, I never managed to perform critical on this guy. I get that red dot, but when I press the light button it doesn't do it. I don't know why. Now here there is a tough enemy somewhere. I want to try to beat. I just don't know, where is it? Should be here. Alright, now that guy is a pain in the butt. I don't know who's fighting. Doesn't fight me anyway. I got stuck. I cannot move. He stuck me. I tried to parry it. Did you see that? You hear that boom, boom? That's the deflection. I'm gonna move here a little bit. Those are they are called like elite enemies. They are harder to defeat. Um, well, after you learn how they do what they do, you might be a bit easier. Unfortunately, I try to focus more in deflection, and that I pay a price because I failed. I managed 2 out of like 6 or 7 I did. Oh, that's okay. Um, what? I should go this way. Now here there is more couple more items. So when an enemy requires a basic, and this is the most basic enemy in the game, requires 4 hits to kill it at the beginning of the game, you realize that you are pretty weak. So even if I have a good stats for the beginning, you are pretty weak actually. This game is based a lot on dodging. You will not do tons of damage at the beginning. It's going to be very hard. But you have to learn to dodge a lot. And dodging is not extremely difficult if you pay attention. Some moves, they are almost like undodgeable. Now let me get out of the emerald. Don't play in emerald because if I die right now, I'm not dying. I'm just moving back to the dead world. So I have like second life. If you stay in emerald and you die, well, you're dead. Let me pick up some berries over here. This. You're gonna need those ones for a quest line. You're gonna get more along the way. Those 2 big doors behind, that go to the first area. You're gonna get the key there. Nah, not too into the game. There's Andreas of Web, which is going to give you that. Now, as you can see, you can upgrade directly, even if you didn't get yet to the round table. If you like, so it's called Skyrest. 40 plus patches. Yeah. Yeah. He got fixed because it's not only that they fixed the game when there are these patches. They added more content. There are 3 hidden quests. There are 2 hidden bosses. One of them is very tough. The general is very hard to defeat. Very cool armors, actually. The general armor that you get if you defeat the boss. If you do his hidden quest, there is a hidden fight. You do that, you get his armor. I think it's the best, it's the most beautiful armor in the game, in my opinion. I like it the most. I mean, it's a taste matter. For me, I like it the most. And if you also do another quest in parallel, the Demaros quest, you get a gesture. It's called Laughter. You can get his weapons. There are 2 identical hammers, but with different properties. One is Inferno, one is Radiant, or something like that. And they have a nice combo together. They are not very long hammers. They are not heavy hammers. They are very fast weapon. Very, very nice. I mean, I'm telling you this. What they do with the game, they give you something different than many other games do not offer. It's a nice game. I mean, yeah, I mean, it was the try, in my opinion. I didn't like it at the beginning either. I was like, oh, I found it, this transition in Umbral and pulling off platforms and moving. You're gonna see, you're gonna have to play into very tight, very close platforms. You're gonna fall down probably a lot. I didn't like it at all. I say, I want an open world game. I want a more grounded game, not always somewhere in the air ready to fall down, you know. Let's see. So Vigor here is called Vitality. I have 11. I can make it 13, which I do. It's good at the beginning to raise your vigor a little bit higher. Now what you see those butterflies, because I soul-flayed that lamp, it shows me that I have to revenge a guy, which is an enemy that I'm going to encounter soon. Here's supposed to be 2 enemies that I used to farm them. This is People say, why they give you such a good ring at the beginning? Well, there is a reason why. Because this game lacks a lot of endurance. So they give you a ring, this one, that increases your maximum stamina and stamina regeneration, just to help you a little bit. It doesn't do much. Don't think that's going to be a huge increase. No, 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 no. It's just try to balance a little bit the lack of your stats. Because many people say, what the fuck is this game? You can hit 3 times, you run out of stamina. Well, I give you a ring a little bit, so it's going to help a little bit, close the mouth of some players. So you have to understand that they did the best they could not to make the game extremely easy, but more like make it playable for more people than just few. I mean, even if you are not very good at Souls games, you have a chance on this game to play a little bit and to kill some bosses. Plus, you have a lot of NPCs to summon on your bosses here, except few bosses that you cannot summon anybody. In many of the bosses, you always have a lot of people that you can summon, NPCs. You can do PvP as well. So they have all, and compare face to the other games. This one is more like a seamless PvP. You can play, and if you die, you can be resummoned. You have a long range with that shit. So every time you make a revenge, oh shit, you're here. Alright, every time you make a revenge, you get those currency, okay? So that's like a currency you can go and buy some small stuff. It's mostly like a multiplayer. You revenge a real life player that died. You saw his name written, the name of the enemy. The enemy is renamed with the name of the person you revenged. So you can see who died to that enemy, which is pretty cool, I think. It's a nice thing. It's a nice touch. There is no other game that has this system in.
You carry the lamp long enough, and if you don't want make use of this, I've given you from now on.
Alright, let's plant a bonfire. Alright. And I'm gonna reset because I lost all my vigor. I don't have any vigor. I have nothing. Alright. Now you're gonna go in the area where it's gonna be a first major boss. Which is a remembrance boss. Her name is Paeta, and she will is the one who you will respect. And she has this gift of reborn, and she will be reborn actually after you eventually gonna defeat her after probably many tries. If you are good, you can do it in one try. You can summon this guy, as you can see here. This is how the summons are. If he's not a person, if it's an NPC, show us like that, and you can choose beacon, and you can see who is it. This is the guy that we just spoke, Iron Wayfarer. And you can summon him, and he's gonna be. Don't wait for him outside. He's not gonna summon outside. Just go inside the arena, and it's gonna be there. Now here there are some enemies that they are fighting. There is one left, two left. We can choose to fight one of those. I'm gonna try to see if I can. Up. Oops. Let me kill this guy first. Hello, you. All you need is one hit. All right. Now let me see if there is anybody else. Oh, it's a dog. Did that dog just jumped over that? Damn. That was like. Oh, he walked on this shit, and he jumped down. Nice. That was the first actually I've seen that. Now there is an item over here. This is just ammunition and some salt to replenish your mana. And that's a door. It's a very important door. Actually, this door is gonna take you to the area of Hello Onyx. It's not Halloween, you know that. It's gonna take you to the last area of the game. Now here there are some lot of salt. I suggest don't step on lava. If you go on the armor, you will see that the lava retreat. So you can just get in and pick it up. This is a rusted cutter, which is like a dagger or knife or something. And oh, this one is actually an enemy that is ready to spawn behind you. There is another one here. This is salt. There is another one over here. This is salt. You woke up at 12 a.m. What name is nothing. I'm just decided to do to learn how to deflect on this game, and in the same time I play Dark Souls, as you know that. I read about quest lines a little bit, so I know what I'm supposed to be doing now in Undead Settlement before killing the boss. Now we reset. I'm gonna try to get back and see if we can kill that lady. Not so sure I can, but sure I'm gonna give it a try. She used to be much more difficult than she is right now. People said, oh, she's the easiest first bosses. Well, I mean, for me it's not that easy. I mean, I suck at the game anyway, so at all Souls gamers suck. So for me, it's a bit harder. I might let me check something. This weapon blocked 23, this one 30, so it's not much difference. So you better just try to block with the weapon, parry with the weapon.
Holy Aureus, by your radiance, grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark
I call
days.
this lady the ketchup lady.
Lay bare the path to salvation.
It's obvious
for
to
my
see why.
radiant brothers and sisters, so we may walk it together and to strike down all those who would see our will defied. Even as our suffering continued, I honored my pledge of patience to
She's kind of cute.
and yet you now appear before me, a stranger, bearing what was not
She looks
yours.
awesome with that armor. You can get all the armor in the weapon.
Betrayal made flesh, and
Uh-huh.
one I cannot brook.
That's the radiant lightsaber. I dodged too early. You see there are two, one each side, you have to stay in the middle. I didn't know you do that. Let's see what it does. Where did they go? So, oh. Oh, he hit me with that shit. Again. Oh, I have no more health, so. I'm gonna go this side, there is nobody. Up, he missed. Yeah. She died. Alright, so I managed to beat her first try. As you can see, she is interesting. It's a lot of dodging, so if you know how to dodge her hits, it can be very easy. And you have to have patience, because your damage that you do is not great, so. I mean, if you compare this with Margit is harder, for sure. I had the ketchup lady now. And always you have to look if there is any remembrance. So you see those blue butterflies after a boss fight inside the arena. Means there might be a remembrance. So you go into the emerald. And this is like, if you want, like the same thing you get in Elden Ring, and you go to exchange it for the two fingers for weapons and armor and stuff. It's exactly the same thing here. Alright. I got the remembrance and 2 armor scouring. First I'm gonna go up and get this item. You can use this spell, the Sanctify, on the Pietrify woman, which is the Kukajin, when you get to save her. This or Empyrean Grenade, one of those things. Now the problem is, if you play random loot, those are not key items. So good luck with that. You don't know where they are. You may not be able to save Kukajin for a long period of time. That means you may eventually fail her questline in that particular playthrough, because if you beat the first boss in the same area where you save her, you have actually you have to summon her as part of a quest. If you do not find the armor, the item to release her, and you beat the boss, you already failed the questline. And then if you release her, she will become a boss for you, because you failed the questline. In this game, there are 3 NPCs that becomes like mini bosses if you don't complete the questline. It's Demarose, Kukajin, and there is Tortured Prisoner. Dark Crusader challenge, that you need those ones if you want to unlock the Dark Crusader class. For me, it's not mandatory. I can buy the second armor and just have one in each hand. Pretty cool, actually. We have two or one with two hands. I don't know which one deals more damage. Two hands on the weapon or one in each hand. You know, I'm gonna buy it and we're gonna test it. All right, and there she is, the ketchup lady. If you listen to her story, you understand that she's the one that you just fought.
By Aureus' divine will, I live.
I live again. It's a
It's a
miracle.
miracle.
All right.
And to think I raised my sword to you,
Yeah.
when all along you were a divine instrument sent by him to deliver my death and rebirth and bring clarity. Forgive me, Lampbearer. I'm Pietà of the Hallowed Sentinels. And as Aureus sustains me,
Pietà.
so too will I sustain you. Whether by making manifest your potential or through
Look at that
my
armor.
divine blood
How nice it
contained
looks.
within the sanguinarics you carry. Should you find
It's one of the most beautiful armor in the game, in my opinion. And you can have it after you get the Halloween. You get the ball of relevance, whatever it is. You give to the guy. Then you can exchange the remembrance. So I can get in like let's say 10 minutes. I can get, if I have enough scourings, I can buy her entire armor. Oh, I can upgrade my lamp once.
Fellow sanctified vessel, may Aureus's divine radiance flow through me and into you.
There you go. That's pretty much it. And we have this guy. This guy yields the key that I said. If you buy that key for this build that I have here, I can get the best weapon in the game for this build. But I cannot yield it right now. Requires 32 radiance. So it says a bunch of items like this ring is very good. This is not a very bad weapon actually. The pike. This is the key I was talking about. It has a bunch of armors and it has shields. It has this sword, Hallowed Knight sword. It's not a very bad sword, but I don't like it. You have shields. If you do the 100%, you have to buy everything. All the weapons, all the rings, all the shields, all the armor, everything. Except the consumable. That's not mandatory, but the rest you have to buy everything. That's kinda suck, no? That's what you have to do. Alright, that's one. Here you're gonna be the smith. You have to release first. Here's a guy in the Umbral over here. This is the one that have a nice quest for the Umbral landing. Not only he sells Umbral stuff mostly, and also he sells some very important things. So this guy is upgrade your lamp. When you get the items to upgrade the lamp, you can put some eyes on the lamp to increase some property on yourself. As you can see, you can have put some eyes. I don't have any, but you can upgrade. I don't have. And you can buy stuff. As you can see, mostly Umbral. Now, those two, they are most important ones for me from this guy. This one is to plant temporary vestiges, and this one is to travel to the most used vestige without losing your vigor. There is another item that looks similar at this, that if you use it, you can transport to the last vestige, but you're gonna lose. It's an exchange of all your vigor. That's something you don't wanna use. This one is used if you wanna have more opportunity to venges. Those orange butterflies, you know, that you saw me when I revenged that guy. If you want to have more, to force the game to show you more, you can use those items. And this is the Umbral Catalyst and some Umbral spells. And this is the currency that you use to buy boss stuff. You get those ones from Soulflay Stigmas and other stuff. Killing bosses, etc. Here there is a multiplayer stuff. You have to be online. You get a gesture, and those are tinters. Allows you to change the color of your armors. You can buy some those. You can buy a rebirth for 75. I have 487 eyeballs. I want to tell you that those eyeballs, um, they are transferred from one build to another one. So even if I start a new game and I make another, this account, if I start a new game, the number of eyeballs transferred. All right, so this is global per license if you want. So I have 487. I can buy, well, I cannot buy everything because as you can see, this one is 350, this is 500. So I cannot buy the armor, but I can buy the rebirth. There, here we go. I buy the rebirth. I can buy another one. Are you serious? Oh, I can buy as many I want, but I don't need. I'm gonna buy one more. That's it. I'm not gonna buy more. And I can buy this for remembrances. I can buy 1, 2, 3, and I can. It costs 3. I can buy as many I want. Scar rings. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't need more than that. 3 rebirths, it's enough. Probably never respec, maybe once. This is a mirror. There is a quest. It's gonna allow you. It's broken now. You have to find the fragments of the mirror and come to complete the mirror, and then you can change the aspect of your character here. It's like the mirror in Elden Ring inside with Fiarum, except there is working for the beginning. Here is not. You have to work for it if you want it. And 2 more nights somewhere over here with very not necessarily quest related, but they are here. This is one of them.
Look at you.
It's a nice armor,
We tend to
similar with
see the
Payeta.
anyway. You don't see that we set ourselves. Let's watch a step more instead.
One of those nights they're gonna vanish. I think the other one. Later, not now.
That lamb. But then, seems
Nice armor.
an eye out for both ours. If in doubt, much as he might think otherwise. If in doubt, much as he might think otherwise.
All right, this is another multiplayer stuff. I get another. As you can see, I have only 42 of those. This is a very good stuff actually. It is to level up, to max up your weapon, but it's 150. I have 42. Those currency for this particular altar, you get them mostly playing PvP. And since I'm not a PvP guy, I don't have much of those things. So there's nothing else over here. You're gonna have a dog lay down over here. You have to pet him once in a while. After you're gonna have it soon after the another minor boss, which is coming soon. And that's it. This Skyrest Bridge, as it's called, it's your home. It's safer. I mean, here you can even be invaded here. As you can see, the battle here it's not restricted like in Roundtable. If you go in Umbral, as I am right now, you can have mobs start to showing up. So you have to beat them. And what else? It has a backside, which is see there's some doors above my head. So on the other side, there is a second part of this. To open that one, you have to come from our outside by going that way. You follow around, you eventually gonna get there. Now let me get out from the Umbral and let me level up. I have 7,000 runes. Let's see. My weapon, let's see, my weapon scales with what? D and Radiance minus C. Okay. Since I'm gonna use the Bloody Glory eventually, we are going to level up the Radiance. Because I need 32 Radiance. That's a lot. I need another 11 points just on Radiance in order to be able to use that weapon. So Let me reset. Get off of the arm roll. Another cool thing about this game is that when you get to the vestige, you don't reset the world. You just have to press rest. If you don't press rest, you can upgrade. You can, of course, if you wrap the vestige to the other vestige, like you travel to another bonfire, if you like, then yeah, the world is set. But if you can upgrade your character without resetting the world, so the enemy will not respawn, that's awesome. Now the world is reset. I am back in the Axiom form, and it's time for us to continue down the path. I'm gonna try to do some parries. Oh, this is another NPC. It's gonna be a mini boss for you later.
That's not a useless like the one I saw that I've learned a little about that.
Just talk to him, blah 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 blah.
Of course, my name, but far more than that.
Andreas of A.
That's right. With a only to be betrayed. So
this is the guy who's gonna give you the key for the 2 doors I showed it to you before when we got out from the tutorial arena. He's the one who's gonna give you the key when the time comes. He's gonna give it to you, or he's gonna leave it on the ground inside the vestige, inside the Skyrest. Let's pick up this. Very nice spear from the beginning. It's a very powerful spear. Actually, I used it for a bit and I was very delighted with the amount of damage that it did. For the beginning of the game, it was a good weapon, actually. Now, this is your traveler merchant. But right now, it's not a merchant. It's not going to sell anything. But it's going to give you a stick. And you can be happy. You got the stick. You get a stick. It's a weapon. It's a stick. You just beat people with it. That's it. Next time you're gonna meet this lady, she will become a merchant. You're gonna sell all kind of consumable mostly. So it's gonna be your reliable traveler merchant for quick stuff. All right. I'm gonna try this. Let me see. Well, I'm not gonna wait till tomorrow till you decide to hit. So you saw I parry the guy, but you cannot do a critical on it. It's not like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. If you parry the guy, you have access to riposta. No, it's more like a deflection. This is more like Sekiro, if you like. You do a deflection, but you don't necessarily benefit from it, except you get almost none or very little damage. You can still get damage by doing this. And you have to do multiple deflection or parries. In this game, I don't think there is any difference. Before he's gonna run out of poise, and then you can do a kick or something, or hit him, or another parry, and you can have a riposte on him. Other than that, nah. So it's slightly different. You do not benefit that parry as you wanted to. Now watch it here. There is this lady wants to push you down. Those ladies are pushers. They just sit hidden in places, and when you go by, they just push you down, and you're gonna fall off the cliffs. That's their specialities. There used to be one right here, hidden, right here, to ambush you. Also here there used to be more enemies. You can see there is nothing. This is an exit from the Armble because there is an Armble event over here. Here there is a hidden item. This one. It's called Bucket of Salute. You're gonna have to meet the bucket guy in a second. Got this. You see, Because I hit him multiple times, I deplete his poise, and when I parry him, I was able to perform a critical. That's great. Now let me kill this mage. Now after you kill those two guys, those ones, they kinda surrender, as you can see. You can choose to kill them or come on. There you go. You see, I can, now I can. You see the red dot? When you do a charge attack from the back, you may be able to deplete them and break their poise. But for some reason, I cannot perform the riposta. I don't know why. Some enemy is working, some enemy doesn't. Killing those ones, they give you like very few vigor, so I don't know, 10, or maybe less. Let's see. I have 191. And I got this. You get 11. Alright. 11 vigor for killing those small guys. Now there is a vestige over here. I'm gonna go pick it up. You can see the butterflies. There is a stigma over there. Alright. I'm gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch the hand and I'm gonna put here the hatch I found. Until this one finished, I'm gonna try to kill that guy over there. There you go. Wait for this to finish. Get the scouring, and then you're gonna run. You're not gonna get off the umbral. We're gonna run back, and we're going to go on that beam over there. Stay there. It's kind of difficult to fall straight on this game. There is a fist weapon right here. Some people are using it because they have a very large parry window compared with any shield. I think they have the most. In this game, fist weapons, they are the best in parrying. This is what I heard. I never tested practically to be sure that it's like that. I've seen masters on this game playing it, and yeah, they are very good. Now I'm gonna ignore those enemies. You just go. Take this. I think it's a shield. Yeah. There you go. And then we go down. And if you want, you can off the umbral. So all the umbral enemies, they will vanish when you go back. Ooh, that was a blurry image. They will vanish when you switch the world, and all the real world enemy do not vanish when you go into the axiom. Sorry, when you get into the umbral. Only the umbral enemy vanish when you go back into the real world. Let's reset. Alright. And now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna present you Mr. Buckelord. it's a weird guy. This is an NPC that was added. It was not part of the original game. It's this guy over here. Many people did not know that this actually is an NPC. They thought it is just a place where you can collect an item, and they just left. They didn't know that this guy. Hold on a bit. This guy is something he can interact with, but he doesn't do anything. It's the same as many other places. You're gonna find trees or altars, so you can interact, but it's not gonna do anything if you don't know what to do first. Like this guy, for example, you have to perform three gestures, and you have to do it in order. But you have to do it by yielding the buckets that he just gave you, and then you have to perform the greeting, the point downwards. So I'm gonna put the point downwards here. Hold on. Oops, sorry. Pointing downwards there. And here I'm gonna put the bucket of salute. So you have to perform those three gestures in order. So first you do this. Second you do this. You point toward the buckets. And the third you do the bucket of salute. And now if you interact with him, you get a message. The pride of Bakelot has been reaffirmed. So now the guy is active. His quest line is very basic and simple. What he's going to do, he will join in a few minor boss battles. So it's not gonna be a big part of big battles. So don't expect that kind of help, because maybe you don't want it. You don't want to have summons, if you like, when you fight bosses. But if you do this quest line, you may have to summon. You will have help, and you cannot do anything. If you activate a guy, he's gonna be present. Now, he is good at taking aggro sometimes, but his amount of damage is not big. This is the Imperial Grenade that you need for the Pietrified Woman, for the mercenary, for the Kukajin. You're gonna meet her later. So, if you don't want to have any help on any battle, do not activate the guy. Just ignore him. He's gonna sit there. It's not gonna bother you. Okay. The same is with Kukajin, except that Kukajin may take battles on major bosses, like Remembrance bosses. She needs to be summoned on like 5 or 6 bosses, including the king, which is the last boss. So if you don't want to have any help, just ignore her. Don't even save her from Pietrify where she is. You just can ignore her completely. I'm gonna go here. Now, the Mr. Bucket guy, he will drop you an item every time he will take part of the battle, he will drop you something. It's called Pride of Bakelords. You have to collect no more than 4. Collect 4 of those, and after 4, okay. I hate when I'm talking to an NPC and I have enemies that attack me. You see, in Elden Ring, they made like a thing. If you speak, for example, with Blythe down in the underground in Siofra River, those spiritual ancestral enemies, they will not come closer. But here, the enemy, they don't care if you speak with the NPC. They're gonna come and hit you.
You know, not now. I know that don't.
This is Demarose. This is another NPC that will become a boss if you don't do the quest line.
But you won't.
The quest line is not difficult. Anybody can do it anytime. It's very easy. Just don't screw it. Just pay attention. She just needs some items. You're gonna meet her in a few places. You're just gonna need some items. Give them the items. Do what she asks you. And by the way, don't touch any beacon. If you touch a beacon, you fail her quest line. So you're gonna meet her as a boss or at the entrance on the last zone on the Brim's Castle. And that sucks. She's pretty tough. I fought her a couple of times when I did the Radiant finish. Alright, I wanna just get out of here. Okay. Now, let me reset and we're gonna go, we have to fight the boss now. This is gonna be the first example of what the Bucket Load is gonna do. And also, it's gonna be our first mini boss. I'm tired. Alright. This boss used to be under a parasite. In order to make the game easier, they removed the parasite. There was a parasite that was tough to remove. Probably too many people complain. I had no issue with that parasite, so I have no idea why they remove it. Just to make the game easier, to make more people playing it. You used to, I'm gonna show it. Let me kill this guy first. Alright. So there is the boss sitting somewhere over there. There are two enemies in an altar. There is an item on an altar that we need. You see it over there. Right above my head there is an item. You need that item for the priest, for the guy with the big hat at the Skyrest. And what I used to do, there was a parasite right here behind this wall. So I was sucking to the wall like this. You can hear a boom. Okay, I just exploded one of the things on the walls. But that's how I was able to remove the boss parasite. Alright, so now we just go in. The boss will not come to you so fast, so we have time to do this. Now that's the bucket guy. As you can see, the bucket guy is already there. Oh, he kicked me. Watch that hit. Critical. Stay away on that shit. That's it. And this is the pride of Bakelor. Usually he drops the item in front of the direction that you have to proceed. So it's gonna be clear that there's an item there, that's the direction you have to go. All the time it does that. Alright, but I know that there is an item here in Umbral. Those are the boom item that you heard when I suck with the lamp to this wall. Here used to be a parasite that protect the boss, and that's why I was sucking to the wall to remove the parasite first before coming into the arena. And because of that, developer decided to just remove it. Alright. Now I did that. I can continue. I think there is a vestige here. I'm not sure. No, there is not right away. But there is another item. You have to get in Rumble anyway because you have to cross that bridge over there. So, well, here I die multiple times. I don't know if this is buggy or not. The sprint and jump, there was always an issue for me in this game. So I'm gonna try. I made it. For some reason, sometimes when I run, right when I get closer to the edge, my hero stop running, he stop walking. And if you do not sprint, you cannot jump. So that's a downside in my opinion. Sprinting or mandatory sprinting while to perform a jump, it's kind of annoying. Many players died because of this. All right. Well, there is no vestige here, but you can plant. I suggest plant a temporary right here. All right, and get off the emerald. And you can upgrade. Why not? Just keep using your. I'm keep using my vigor because you don't want to lose it. Now get off the emerald. I don't want to lose it. All right. And we go. All right. I'm gonna stay here. Did that. Now here there is another mechanics of the game. Watch this. So I soulflay his soul, and I move it outside the arena, and when he reunites with the soul, he just falls down. That's a very cool mechanics. Now there are you cannot do that on bosses probably. You cannot some bosses you may be able to soulflay, or I'm not so sure, but usually you can't. Enemies, yeah, you can do them, but mostly bosses, especially if it's a big boss, if it's like a boss like you, like that, you may be able to do it. If it's a big boss, a monster, you can also flay monsters. I mean, you can, but nothing major is gonna happen, so. Alright, let me lower this. Alright, and let me pick up that item over there. So now you can see how the world is in this part. You go on the tiny platforms. So now you understand what when I say that all the time you are with the danger to fall off the platforms and die. There is a lot of places when you have to play like this. Now, because I use my soul flay, I don't have one for this guy, so I'm gonna go and climb up without getting off the emerald. Just go up. There you go. Alright, we're gonna perform a jump over here. Into this corner. Now I'm gonna wait for the platform to turn. And we're gonna do another jump. I'm gonna try to kill that lady over there. That lady used to have a parasite as well. You will not fall if you perform an attack. I'm trying to lock on this guy and I can't. Alright, I killed them all. Alright, let's go up. go up. Kill them both. Alright. Now here I'm gonna do exactly this quick. That guy was sprinting toward me and I jump over, so he couldn't reach me. There's an item over there, as you can see. I think it's a weapon or something, or a ring, I don't know. I don't think I ever used it, so not gonna bother to. You can go back after that if you want. Those platforms make such a weird noises when you pull them. Let me lower this ladder. There you go. Vestige. And get off the emerald. There you go. Nicely done. Now, this game doesn't have farming spots, but if you ever need quick runs, this is your guy. You can get about 500 vigor in like few seconds, like just doing this. Roll twice by him, just run over here and just sit at the edge like that. And just stay there. This is it. And you, boom. And this is how he kills the other lady. And you get items and you get all the vigors. Oh. This lady just dropped from the top. Usually it doesn't, it just sits there, so. And that's how you get, you just run back to the vestige, reset, and you do it again and again and again. That's how you can stay here and farm till you get all the 1800 needed for the key, and then go get the weapon. But even if I get the weapon, I cannot use it. So what's the deal? Just to stay here and farm and get the key. You can get the key, but very late in the game for free. But eventually you will buy it. But for now, I still need 8 points more in my radiance. And let me see what's the requirement for the strength. I don't think it requires too much strength, this weapon. It's mostly a radiant weapon. So let's see, it is a great sword. Alright. And it's called Bloody Glory. It has, why it's one of the best, it has 300 points into the bleed. And that's great. That's gonna help. The requirement, there are 20 strength and 32 radiance. Oh my god. In my strength it's only 10. So I need 10 plus 8. Another 18 levels. So I will be level 37 by the time I will be able to use that weapon. So there is no rush to get it. I can use this hammer or I can replace it with another one. As I said, we're gonna test to see if the two hammers like that, they will deal more damage than if you weld the hammer with two hands. So we have to find an enemy and just test it. And this is a boss. This is another NPC. He's gonna follow you in some places. You don't have to do anything for him. In one point he's gonna ask you to find a woman that stole the pendant. Then you're gonna find a woman, Winterberry, come back to him, it's gonna blah blah blah. They're gonna move to the Skyrest, and he's not gonna do much. He's gonna give you an item or something. And the Winterberry, she's a merchant. She's gonna sell some nice stuff.
Another luck should you end up. I'll tend to for whatever it's the Hallows, but nothing. And remember, mind your you're on it. Mind your you're
All right, that 18,000 key. This is the direction to go. This is where it's gonna take you to the end area of the game, and this is where you're gonna take you to the weapon, to the Bloody Glory. So there is a reason why it's there, because it's not an early game. You can have it on early game, but it's not quite an early game weapon because you don't have the stats for it. And the money. And this is the map for the area that you get into. I mean, this game doesn't have real good maps. They are just some drawings made by a kid. Alright, let me get out from the Emerald. We need to find an enemy and test this weapon. I want to see how much damage I do. So we need to go. Where's you know, I'm gonna continue the game like that. All right, let's start to bunk those ladies over here. Clean up those ones. All right, you're gonna see why I'm running back here, because there is somebody there that's gonna wait to shoot me. This lady. They kinda give up. Kill them all. Now, you will tend to come this way and continue. But I'm telling you, that's not the way to go. That's the way to come back. So, the way to go is actually through the lake, but it forces you to go into the Emerald. So that's the price you pay. You may be able to get off the Emerald when you get outside on the top over there. You see that item? You're going to end up there. You're still going to be in Emerald. Then you're going to keep running. You're going to go somewhere up. And you're going to take you outside the wall somewhere over there. And that's you're going to find an exit. All right, so let's do it. Now there used to be items down there. They just removed them. People complain that they are dying there. I don't understand some people. It's a game. I mean, I don't want to be... I don't want to be... Why I cannot hit? Oh wait, he went down. Good. That's an eye that I need to put on the lamp. It's not a great eye, this one, but it's still an eye. Don't hit here where you see the red stuff on the wall, because they explode. Just run away from that spot. Now there is a chest over here. There is another armor and a weapon. Oh no, that's the sleeves. And that's the continuation right there. This is the item that we saw from the bottom. See that? See all people dead over there that we killed? Yeah. We got this bleed resistant stuff, and now we need to go this way. Let me get this item. Kinda not used to have two weapons, but I want to see how they go, if I'm happy with. Now here is the exit from the Emerald somewhere. Let me kill one first. This one doesn't function. It's for an elevator that you're gonna activate way later, not now. Boom. I don't know if there is an item over here. Let me see. Yeah, there is an item. And there is a tincture for your armor. Now here, preferable to use a long range to kill those mage, that one. Just wait for her to stop moving. And now we're just gonna charge it and just 1, 2. 1, 2. That's it. Those are the dangers. Now This guy right here, I won't suggest to jump down. You're gonna get a big fall damage. I can put some ammunition over here if I have this to replenish my ammunition, because I kind of use it all. There you go. Now we're gonna wait here for this knight to see where it is, what the heck he does. Oh, he went over there. Okay. He has his place. Usually goes and sits all the way up over there. That's the item that you need for the big guy with the hat. That's another item that you need for the big one with the hat. And now it's time to defeat that guy. You can cheese the guy, like make him cross this platform, and you can soul flay and move his soul outside the platform so he's gonna fall down. Oh wait, there it is. He's already here. He has hyper armor. Oh boy. There is one more mage over here. Now those guys, they're gonna surrender. I'm gonna just kill them all. This guy dropped his armor and some salt. That's good stuff. And this guy dropped just some healing stone. And this is the hallowed scripture that guy needs. Here there is a stigma. You have to be in the Umbral to get it. Stigmas and stuff, there is another way for the game to force you go in Umbral. So for maybe you're gonna die. You can see the beacons, there are 5 in total. 1, 2. People say, oh, there are 6. No, the 6th one appear after you will you get the 5th one, but it's not necessarily a beacon, you know. I'm gonna stay here and wait for the stigma to finish. If you move too far away, you're gonna lose the scouring. So I got the scouring. Now let me pick up this. Got a nice head cage. Many players using that thing because it's good. No! He threw me out. Nope, I got lucky. Very resistant enemy, this flying butterfly, and it's gonna be more resistant more you advance. It's gonna be my pain in the butt. Well, if you have a good weapon, you can stagger. For some reason, I'm not happy with the damage I do. I cannot look. I hit with 2 hammers, and those guys require like 6 hits, 7 hits. I'm not very happy with the damage of dual hand weapons. That's actually a pendant. You can put it here. It's increased the maximum health. And now you just have to go backwards. Let me see. You see that? 2 hits. That's it. You do much more damage if you keep one weapon with 2 hands than you have the same weapon, 1 in each hand. When you have 1 in each hand, you can sweep a little bit better. It's good when you have a group of mobs, but the damage is ridiculously low. Now you can see this guy over here. Where is it? Let me see. Ah, it's right there. You can see it. There you go. Fly down, mister. There you go. Alright, now you go down here and you can run, I think there is a shortcut there. No, that we already did that shortcut. So we have to go this ladder down here. Alright. Don't forget we are in Umbral, and if you stay too much in Umbral, there will be a Red Reaper coming, and you are kind of guaranteed dead over there. I don't think you can beat that Reaper at this level. I can. If you can, you are very good. Not me. Alright, first thing first, I need to take care of this guy. Two hits, that's all I need. Now, this is an item over here. It's not an important item. I think it's just a stupid lucky pound. Increases your item discovery. And I'm not gonna fight those flying machines because I'm gonna lose a lot of vigor. I'm gonna just ignore them and leave. Now there is an item here. I don't know exactly what to do with those. They are used for something when you... And this is your exit from the Umbral. Not sure exactly what. There you go. Now I can lower this. And I can go over here. Watch for this lady over here. I see, I lost the lock. I was locked on it and I just lost it when I was fighting. It happens too often, those things, and it kind of drives me nuts. Now here you may have to go back in Umbral. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. No. I'm not gonna use the ladder. I'm gonna jump down. That's it. Now that guy over there, you just get down. I don't have any soul flay left, so what I'm gonna do is send him to send him away. Now this is a continuation, but it's a Umbral, as you can see, event. He dropped this item. There's another item over here. Now if you look with the lamp, you can see that there's an Umbral lock. You can see those veins. There are 3 vents going off. So one is there, one goes under the platform, and the other one goes somewhere over there. So you can come over here and do this. And you can see the vein coming over there. You can pick up that. That's one of them. The second one, we saw it up over here. And the third one, I said, goes under. So we need to go under, but you have to go the long way to get there. You can see it here. That's the one. You can see the vein attached to it. And this one is an item that you need. But first, I need to clean up those enemies. Take this. This might be the Ball of Revelation. Oh no, Book of Sin. That's the same for the same guy with a big hat. I think I got the Book of Ball of Revelation earlier. That's the item you give to the guy in Umbral, and you can exchange remembrances. Alright. And now you see what I mean when I said, I mean, there is a smith lady. You can put a vestige over there if you like, if you want. I don't need it. All right. You can hear her already talking trash. Alright, let me cross this beam. Pick up this. Radiant balls. If you have a crossbow, they are better than the bows in this game. Now where it goes is this. She's locked into a cage. There is an enemy that it's on the ground somewhere over there that you have to beat the guy and steal the key. That's the guy. And there is an elevator in front of you right there that takes you to that guy on the top near the vestige. That's the elevator that you need to unlock. And that's pretty much it. So you just do this. There is an exit from the armble on that side. But me, before getting off the armble, I'm gonna go over here. Where the heck is... Oh, he's right here. Pick up this. He has that stupid shield. Oh, you have a range. Now he's dead. Now you can go off the Umbral because we got the item that was required in Umbral. And now let's kill this dog. A dog that requires 3 hits to be killed, it's a lot. And you get a prison cell. So this is gonna allow me to release this. That key, hand it over. And yeah, you can buy items, you can upgrade equipment even here, and you can talk, you can sell items. She's gonna move to the Skyrest, so that's your smith lady. She's gonna have an item left on that, you can see it. You can return over here and pick it up. This door requires that 18,000 key as well. There are some enemies, there is an eye over there outside. Pretty tough enemies, I want to tell you. Now I'm gonna go and we unlock that elevator. We're gonna take the elevator up. The continuation of the game is from this ladder on the right. There. That's the continuation of the game. Alright, we just take this one up. We ignore the enemy over there. That's great. Alright. And there we are. Upgrade. We're gonna keep going to Radiance till we get 32, and then we move to Strength. Now, as you notice, I did not reset, alright? Because I didn't want to spam the enemy on the bottom. I'm gonna go back and pick up the item because Grelind move to the Skyrest even if I don't reset. Okay, so I can do that. That enemy is there. He was trying to hit me. No. Oh, he just fell down. I was wrong. I thought that she was gonna move without me to reset. But apparently not. Well, then I have to go and reset. Well, we're gonna do it anyway because we have to come back here to go on the direction of the boss. So, which is, as I said, is that way. Let's do it. So I thought it's gonna work. It's gonna move without resting. I was wrong. Sometimes some NPC moves without rest. And I was hoping that she's gonna do that. Alright. Now the enemy on the bottom, of course, they are there. Dead. There is the dog. I can ignore the dog. I can just come and pick up the item. And we can go actually. I don't think I need. There's nothing for us over here. We lost a little bit of vigor. That's okay. I think I should. We're gonna get help from the bucket guy with this lady, but there will be some dogs as well that you have to fight. So that's gonna be. There are always two dogs. So this is from where you're gonna have a pet. One of the dogs is gonna be rescued, and you're gonna have it in your Skyrest, and you actually can go and you can pet him. All right, so that was good. We're gonna meet the same lady over here,
So, butchers and madmen.
Demaros.
Restoring all fucking name's Damaros.
Damaros. It gives you sells more Inferno more mostly. She's connected to Adir. As you can see, you have Adir Revenge. You can buy fist weapons, pretty good, and bombs, fire grenade. Interesting. And this is something for Crimson Ritual. It's PvP. And there is the boss. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take this one out. I have 6 of these. I'm gonna use them. Trying to put my vigor back to almost max or whatever. I don't know how much they will increase. I use 2 of them. I have to use 1 more maybe, and that's it. 3, it's enough. Alright. I'm gonna you know what, I'm gonna keep them both, and I'm gonna switch this one to this, because now we have a pretty high level on Radiance. Alright, and that's the boss. When we're gonna get in, there will be 2 dogs coming from the right, but the bucket lord is going to show up. The dogs come from that side over there, and she's an archer, and also she wields a very sharp dagger, so it's like a truck. Kill the dog. critical on the lady. Now she's gonna teleport. She wants to teleport, yeah. And it goes in the center. Ouch. If he hits you with the arrow, that hurts. So I saw the circle in the middle was depleted. So I went and I kicked her, so I break her poise with that. Ha! And I could perform a critical and I kill her. That's how you play the game. And as I mentioned, they drop those items in the direction that you have to go. That's my second. Don't forget, no more than 4. You collect 4, you go where the guy is and redeem them. If you collect more than 4, this guy will think you're greedy and will become enemy to you. He's gonna show up at all remaining bosses, including the major ones, and it's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna make your life miserable. Some people do it in purpose because they like an extra challenge, but I'm not that good at the game, so for me that extra challenge might be quite a lot. So as you can see how fast we can gather the levels without farming, just progressing the game. So the game is pretty nice balance with that. Now let me rest. And this is the next encounter is actually a major boss. And you're gonna be alone. And it is the next battle that you have to fight. So that's not gonna be fun. I may die a few times over there. And the guy deals some. It's gonna do some poison. Unfortunately, I don't have enough vigor to buy one of those. It's recommended, but
May your path be blessed.
you can always go back. Let me see. I have this that increase poison resistance, so I can consume one of that when I'm gonna fall down into the pit, because you will fall down over here, and you have to fight that boss. It's gonna be I don't think I'm gonna make it. You see how little damage? Try to stay on the back, on the side. Up, I dodged it, but it didn't count. I dodged it again. I dodged this time. That doesn't damage you, it just scares you. Roll. I'm screwed. I rolled too early. It has poison in the middle, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna keep trying to get on his back. Oh. Just yelling. Oh, he grabbed me. I thought I rolled it. Well, I'm not dead yet. But he is. Well, I managed to beat him one first try. I'm surprised. It's not very difficult, but I suck, as I mentioned. Now, as you can see, the butterflies means there is a remembrance. You just get it. It's no use. You can find those temporary bed flower vestiges, bed flower for the temporary vestiges. I don't suggest to put them everywhere. If you don't know the game, you may waste a seed without knowing, but there is a vestige that it's coming. You just have to find your exit, which is this one. And you get off the armor over here. I mean, I got off the Umbral for nothing because I have to get back into the Umbral. I'm gonna. There is no bridge to lower over there, so doesn't matter. Just get off the Umbral. Don't play in Umbral because it's very dangerous area here. And there we go. We got to the next zone. And this is the zone. It's a higher. It's a larger zone a little bit. It's a lot of stuff. Here you can have a farming spot for the large nuggets to upgrade weapons. You can lower the ladder. There is shortcuts. You can open a door over there. Here is another remembrance boss you have to fight at the end. There's the first beacon over here. Here you're gonna find the mercenary, the Pietrified woman, that you have to free if you want to do her quest line. And this is the guy, you already met him. He's just coming after you. There is a lot of Umbral event over here. Now, this area requires to play a lot in Umbral. Now, the issue here is that this area used to be so packed with enemies. And when you are in Umbral, those enemies, they keep spawning from the ground, from the swamp, from whatever, and they keep coming. And they always spawn behind you. So after you pass, you clean up the area in front of you, you pass, you advance for like, let's say, I don't know, 20 yards or whatever, you turn around, there's a bunch of enemies running after you, but you just been here, you already clean it. They keep coming. And I remember when I watched Asmongold was playing, he said, the game is not playable, you cannot advance. You can't advance. There's so many enemies, so many mobs per square feet. It's unbelievable. You do nothing else than fight. And with this game lacks stamina, you were overwhelmed. You end up mostly running away from the enemy, not actually fighting them, because there was bad. I remember when I played this zone for the first time, when the game showed up, I played on the PlayStation. It was a nightmare. But I went through it. Eventually I made it. I finished the game in that condition. But there was not a very pleasant experience, so I understand why many streamers, big name in Twitch and YouTube, they made very bad publicity to the game, and they ditched the game. They didn't want to play it. And that triggered the developers to start listen and start changing stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up here. This. You can jiggle, as you can see, so it is a Souls game. So in my opinion, 2 weapon, it's good when you do those swings, when you have many enemies around you. but in terms of damage, this is better. You do much more damage with this. Let's find a mob or a mob over here. There is one that come over here. Come on, get out. There we go. I'm gonna do one light attack. 111 with one light attack. Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna rest. One light attack. 71. So we did 71 with 2 hits versus 111 with 1 hit. That's almost 50 more than 50% more. So it doesn't make sense for me to use two of those weapons. I'm gonna take it out. If you want, you can use a shield if you have any shield that covers you like 100%. There are not too many in this game. Shield sucks on this game. 30%. This one 45. This one 43. You're gonna find better shields, but much late in the game. So just do that. That's it. Now, because we got so many items for the guys at the Skywest, we're gonna go there and redeem them. Oops. We are already 30 into Radiance. Now, I'm gonna go back to the Vestige, Skyrest. Now, you remember what I said, that the same rules apply for the weapons at any Souls games? If I'm gonna have 32 Radiance. The game said the weapon requires 20 strength as well. I need actually only 2/3 of that. I don't, because I can do Ariel the weapon, and I'm gonna be able to use it. So that's it. I'm gonna like 16 or something. 10%, it's 2, that's 6, 12, 13, maybe 13 or 14 strength I need. Now you can see this guy move here. This is because we advanced the area. This guy is gonna give me a key. I don't think he's gonna give me now. I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, he's gonna give me the key now. Yeah, that's the thief key. So you have access to that frozen area. It's a little bit more advanced area, so you don't want to go there right away. You need to just gain a little bit more. Alright, now let's go see the guy with the... Do I have anything here?
Harboring many of the believing, and yet, is that not a sign?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one more life.
Fellow sanctified vessel, may Aureus's divine radiance flow through me and into you.
Kind of big ritual for just an upgrade of Crucifix. I don't have anything for that guy, but yes I do. I have the Ball of Revelation. But okay, let me go to this guy first.
While the beacon should remain, I would have you perform another for me. Seek out and as proof of the hallowed
He wants the Halloween Sentinels thing. I do have it.
This land is to offer you. Also, they are already conflicted.
So if I go here, I can give it to him. Hallowed Sentinel Scripture. I give that.
Handling all facets of this.
I can give him this to him.
While even the handling all facets of this.
And I can give this to
While
him.
even the all facets of two
And
fellow one.
now he's gonna keep talking. He wants more stuff. But the other ones, they are a little bit far away. A lot of talking. And now this guy's gonna sell some of those. This one is good. It's gonna buff your weapon with Radiant, so I'm gonna buy that one. This one is for healing. I'm gonna buy that one too. And I don't need anything else. So now here on this I can put this. And because I got the Pierce one, I don't have the Pierce one, so actually I'm gonna have have to keep this one. That I got the pierced one. And I'm gonna use this. Actually, hold on. Here, I'm gonna use this. And here I can use the healing one. This one. For this one, surround yourself with a radiant aura which decreases damage received. Yeah, I can do that. At least gonna help me a little bit. And I got another ring, which is resistance to all status effect. I don't have anything else, so I'm gonna put it there. That's it. Now, as I remember when I said that this area is a back area that you need to unlock from outside, which I didn't. Alright, we're gonna do it next time. We're gonna go that direction, and you're gonna see. Right now, I'm gonna end up here, and we're gonna continue next time. Alright, bye bye.